Hello everyone. In our last session, we worked with math object and date object. These two are predefined JavaScript objects. Okay, but prominently used are these. Number of times we use math object. Similarly, we use the date object, and one more thing is string object. These three are predefined objects. Apart from these three, you have many predefined objects, but commonly used, we use these very much common. Today I am going to show you to display, displaying a digital clock. The timing changes for the clock once for every 1 second. So using JavaScript, we do it. Using JavaScript, we are going to do it. So as time progresses, once for every 1 second, the time is going to change. So for which now we write the code. Already we have a page called as HTML page with js.html, in which itself I would like to show some clock. Okay, clock I would like to show on the top of the screen. On the top of the screen I would like to show clock. Therefore, come to the body part of it. In the body part, here in the body part, I would like to show the clock in this area. This area I would like to show the clock. So I put here a div. I can put a div here. So within this div I would like to use a span. Span I use. Then here I want to show something like this here. First of all, style. I want to go with the style here, inline style, float. Use this as right. So therefore it comes in the right side. Then here font size, font family, like to use Arial. Arial font I would like to use. Then other one, font size. Size of the font I would like to set. Somewhat bigger this time I would like to choose. Font size is some 15 pt I want to use. Then similarly, font color I want to show in the red color. So therefore I put this as color is going to be red. In the same manner, I want to go some background color for this. Background color, this is black. This font is going to be coming in the black color. So here I created span element. Now in this span element, it should display date as well as time. Sorry, date is not required. I want to show only time. Therefore, let me write code to display the time in that. So how can I show the time? Time changes, remember. Once for every 1 second, the time changes. It should track. Okay. So here if you simply put span, you cannot show anything, because using JavaScript you have to do it. Okay, using JavaScript we need to display it. We need to write JavaScript functions. With the help of that we need to do that. So therefore some timer option is required for us. Okay, we require some sort of timer. So using the timer we should do it. Using timer we need to do that particular thing. Okay, so here what exactly I do is I use set interval function, which is basically a predefined function available with the JavaScript. Okay, so using that set interval function, for specified interval I can be running some function. Suppose I say 1000 milliseconds. Once for every 1000 milliseconds the timer is going to be running. So that way I would like to show. Now here before this, try to put correct time. I put like this, current time. I just want to show current time like this. I would like to show current time. When I go into design, it looks something like this. On the top, this is going to be, here in the div we show current time. We have to show current time here. A span element has come for us. Now if you come into once again source, here it's going to display current time. In the right side, this will be getting displayed for us. Okay, so it can't be here. Take this, not here exactly. I cut this part, then try to put here this region. In this region, try to paste. This is going to be current time. This should be getting displayed. Current time, and the right side, this has to be shown for us. But it's coming down here. So the span is coming here down. So what we do therefore in such cases, we try to use this one also. Let us keep in the span. Okay, this is going to be span. Then here current time we put like this. So closing current time I can put this way here. Closing tag I keep like that. Now still they are not in line. Somewhere here this is coming. When you click on that, this is span. So it's coming somewhere. They should be coming in the same line. So therefore now here I go with the source once again. Here I try to write style. Then write float left. Float left we put, then followed by width also I would like to specify. Width, say some here 200 px, like this I put. Now with this I think they come in the same line. You can see now the current time and here the span are coming in the same line. Otherwise the inline say element is going to be using entire width. Once I set width here, it's coming in the proper manner. The proper manner it is now coming for us. So such CSS tricks you need to apply when you develop real time pages. You need to apply such CSS tricks. Now current time, and in the right side the time will be displayed. Right now there is no time here. Okay, so therefore you cannot have anything there. Now let us try to write code for that. Once for every 1000 seconds it should change. So here therefore first of all I define a function. I am going to define a function here. Function show digital clock. I am going to show this, show digital clock, and here inside this, once for every say 1000 milliseconds I would like to make a date object. Here write var current date. All variables you need to declare in the lowercase letters. Here it is new date. We use like here new date. So from this you create a new date object. You have current date. From current date we should be retrieving hours, minutes and seconds. We need to retrieve it. So once for every 1000 milliseconds we need to show it. Now here write int. I am going to put here int HR. HRS. Sorry, not I should not use int here. Write var HRS. HRS equal to here current date dot get hours. We get actually here get hours. Try to retrieve hours here. Where then write here mins current date dot get minutes. here write where SECS equal to current date dot get seconds. Like this we get it. We are going to get this way here. Okay, so this is what exactly hours, minutes and seconds we are retrieving from the given date object. I instantiated a new object here, date object, where current date equal to new date. Using new keyword I can create here a date object. Once date object is created, you can use methods like hours, minutes and seconds to retrieve the hours, minutes and seconds from the given object. Now here what I do, I can just form a new string. Here I can be forming a string like this, where current time, here write current time, we need write like this. This way I do it. See, coding whatever I write can be modified, we can write it better way. So sometimes it looks like crude, but I am trying to show in the crude manner, then we can refine it. Okay, normally programmers commit such mistakes. First you write some piece of code, then after that you need to change it to make it better. Now see, suppose if I retrieve hours, that may not be in the two digit format always. If it is less than say 10, it's going to be one digit, otherwise it's going to be more than that. Here write if condition use. If we write HRS greater less than 10, then in such cases we write current time equal to current time, we concatenate here current time, then plus we write here, we put a 0, then after that we put plus again, then write here HRS dot toString. We convert into string and show there, because whatever we have is number. Like this we put. Okay, we put this way. We are going to write like this. So else this is going to be current time equal to, here put like this. This should be, we should not have any 0 there. Just HRS.toString we put like that. Next thing what we write, current time equal to, here write current time plus, here we put colon like this. We can put colon this way. Now similarly, next one is with minutes. Copy this here, then try to display the minutes. Here this time we use mins. Mins less than 10. So there we use actually mins dot toString. And here also it is mins dot toString. We put like that. Then after that again we use this in the same manner. When it is seconds less than 10, take like this. Here write seconds less than 10. Here write dot toString, and here also we put SECS dot toString. Like this we created here current time. We created here current time. Once we create current time, we need to add this to the span. To the span we need to set. Where is the span? This is the span element here we have. This is going to be the ID for this is, we did not keep any ID. So put an ID here. ID equal to, write it as C time. C time is going to be here current time, or you just say timer. You can make this as here timer. ID is timer here. In this timer now I should display it. Therefore come to this method. Here we are finding out current time. Okay, we created a new date object. From that we are retrieving hours component, minutes component and second component. After that we are concatenating all those things to a string where current time is empty string it is. To the string we are trying to attach it. Okay, so here next thing, document is the object. With the help of this we can access various elements. Get element by ID we use. So here this is timer, then dot, here write inner text. Inner text equal to, we put this as current time. We can show this as here current time. Like this we can display it. We are displaying current time like this. Okay, this is what exactly show digital clock is a function. We have written like this. Okay, this I have created. Now next thing in this is, I need to call a set interval function to make it running once per every, say once per every 1000 milliseconds it should be running. Therefore here I write my timer, this equal to, here I should now call the set interval function. I use here set interval, then inside this I should be calling it. What is the function? I need to call once per every 1000 milliseconds. Show digital clock is the function I should run. I should run that show digital clock function here once per every 1000 milliseconds. Like this I created here a my timer. It's nothing but a function object. I instantiated where my timer equal to set interval. Okay, then show digital clock 1000. Once per every 1000 milliseconds, what happens exactly? This method is going to be invoking. Regarding this particular type of function, we'll discuss later on, but first of all let us create here digital clock. Once per every 1000 milliseconds, what happens here? Show digital clock function is going to be firing. So once per every 1000 milliseconds when it fires, what will happen? It's going to change the content in the timer. Where is timer? Timer span is available for us here. We have timer span somewhere here in this. This is the very first div element. In this we have two spans. One is floated towards left side, other one is floated towards right side. Like this we have taken and try to run this in the browser. Just start this page viewing in browser and see the result, how this works. Now you can see time you are getting there 8, 17, 20, but amount is coming inside that should not happen there. Amount should not come in that, so it is showing the time in the right side. In the extreme right, time is shown for us. If time in the extreme right, it's coming in that, but in between time is actually, amount is coming, amount should not come. If you look in the right side, you can see 8, 17, 42, it's showing time that way. So what is happening with this? We created a digital clock on top of the HTML page. So in HTML page we are showing current date and time. This time is going to be client time. Remember that it's not server time. It's going to be client time. In the client computer, whatever date and time, whatever time it is, that's getting displayed. So for achieving this, what we do exactly? We used here set interval. Using set interval function, we are running it. Now if you come to here, why the amount is coming inside this, we need to check. We have here two spans. Therefore don't float it. Just don't float. So I think immediately after that, this time it gets displayed. To the right of that, probably it's going to be getting displayed now. Now here, just run once again. Now in that area, the time is coming up. Current time is 8:18:49 seconds. You can see here how the clock is getting displayed. You can see the clock now in this. Here we created here a span which contains actually the time in that, It's containing here the time. It's nothing but a span element. With that we have done it. If you look at the code once again, you can see it clearly. When you come to this code, show digital clock is the function. Using this function we are doing it. This is what show digital clock. So this is the function I have written. So in this function I am handling all these. First of all, I created a date object. Then from the date object I retrieve hours, minutes and seconds. These are called as your methods. Get hours can retrieve current hours. Get minutes can give you current minutes, and get seconds can give you current seconds. Whatever it is, they are going to be retrieving. After that, I am trying to put all of them in the string. I have declared a variable called as var current time. This is empty string. Now here, whenever you go with get hours, it's going to retrieve numeric data. Minutes also numeric data. Seconds also numeric data. We need to convert that into string. Why I am using 0 here? I want to display the time in the 24-hour notation. Okay, suppose if the number of hours are less than 10, something like 8, it should have a prefix 0. So what we do therefore here, if hours less than 10, current time equal to current time plus, you put a 0, then followed by, you put the hours. Similarly, when it is greater than or equal to, whenever it is greater than or equal to 10, what happens here? Current time equal to current time plus HRS.to string. We take here current time, then hours can be converted. If it is 10, 10 will be getting displayed there. So like this here, we use the to string. Using to string, you can convert the number into string. Like this we are doing it. Similarly, with minutes we do, and similarly with seconds also we are doing. After that, what we do? We formed here a current time string. That current time string we are going to put in the say timer span. Document.getElement by id, timer.innerText equal to current time. We are showing current time in the timer object. In the timer object we are trying to put this. Now next thing is what here? Var my timer equal to set interval, show digital clock comma 1000. So once for every 1000 milliseconds, what happens here? The function is going to be firing. The function fires actually once for every 1000 milliseconds. It's going to work once for every 1000 milliseconds here. Okay, so I declared like this, var my timer equal to set interval, show digital clock comma 1000. I created here function object. My timer is going to be here function object. Okay, so here we are setting an interval. With the help of this variable, what happens here? The function is going to be getting function is going to be running once for every 1000 milliseconds. This function is going to be running for 1000 milliseconds. So therefore, once for every 1 minute, once for every 1 second, the time is changing. Sometimes you get 8 hours, 17 minutes, say 20 seconds, 21 seconds, 22 seconds. Like this is working. So this way we made the clock and we are showing on the top of the page. Once again, let me render this to browser and show you. Okay, I should come to markup part. In the markup part, it shows view in browser. Now see here, current time is what? 8:22:47. Like this, it goes after changing. It is changing this way. 8:22:53. Like this, it shows. Okay. So far, how much time the user spent on the page also you can identify based on this. Suppose for how much time you are in the page, that can be identified. Now I try to show that. For how much amount of time you are in the page, this can be shown. Okay, you are watching this page for so much time, or you are working with with this page for so much time, it should be displayed. So we need to display that. Once for every, once for every 1 minute we are trying to make it. Therefore we try to set another interval. Once for every 1 minute it should change. Okay, it should change like that. So therefore we set one more timer. Here come to this point and try to create another function. Here write function. Right here show user presence. This is what user presence in minutes. We show like this. This is a function we are going to write. So here also what we do, we create same thing. Okay. How many minutes it is, we need to find out. We need to find out how many minutes. Since then we need to find out. So here before that we need to see here current date dot. Can we find out any difference between them? Let us see. Can we perform any kind of here operation with this? Let us see here. Okay, so we need to here change. Whenever minutes are changing, in such cases this should be firing for us. It should be firing. Therefore here I don't use any datetime object here. I don't use any datetime object. Here I use a global variable, it should not be local, where minutes spent equal to initially I have a 0 here, where minutes spent I write here 0. This is going to be 0 minutes. And now here use another span. Here try to write one more span. Okay, I try to use one more div here inside this. I use div. So in this div I would like to set here write span, here id equal to up, user presence. User presence we write here. Like this we are going to set. Then here try to make it span id equal to u presence we kept here. How long user is present we need to find out. So initially how much we set here? We set this as 0. You should show user presence here. Now here we write minutes spent plus plus. We are going to increment it. We are going to increment minutes spent. Here write document dot get element by id. Document dot get element by id. Then here write u presence the dot here inner text here this equal to user has spent so far, put like this plus. Then here use minutes spent, then dot toString, you put plus here on this page. With this page, this display I want to put in the u presence span. Fine. Now I need to invoke this. This time I should invoke this for once for every. Here write where my presence. Here write set interval. Okay. Set interval here I should be calling the function. Function is here show user presence in minutes. Comma here you put 60,000. seconds. Like this you make it. Show user presence in minutes followed by 60,000 milliseconds. That means 60 seconds. Once for every 1 minute this will be getting displayed. Now just run this. What will happen? See how many minutes the user has spent. You can find with the help of this. Let us see, after a minute you can find it. After a minute automatically that will be shown in between the current time and amount that is going to be coming up. We need to wait for 1 minute. Now see, user has spent so far 1 minute with the page, with this page. You are getting the message there. You can see user has spent so far 1 minute with this page. Now similarly, suppose user is not performing any action. In such cases, for how much time user hasn't performed any action, that also we need to identify. So now with this, it should say how much time user has spent. It was showing 1 minute. Now after some time it shows for you 2 minutes. Around 50 to 53 minutes at that, 50 now seconds. Now it is showing, see, user has spent so far 2 minutes with this page. Like this it is showing you. One is what, on the top of that we got a digital clock. Second one is what, here it is showing you how many minutes user was viewing this page. Okay, so for how much time user has spent with the page, it is going to show for us. Like this you can actually use the JavaScript to interact with page. Now here what happened? We have written one more function called as show user presence in minutes, then we are trying to display it. With the help of this code we could achieve it. Now suppose user hasn't performed any action on the page. Okay, no action has been performed on the page. Therefore in such cases what should happen? It should say that there was no user action for so much time. It should display. So try to do that kind of exercise yourself. Try to do that kind of exercise. When user is not doing anything with the given page, user is not doing anything with page, that means neither is typing anything into text boxes nor is using moving mouse, anything like that. In such cases, after 2 or 3 minutes, after 5 minutes, if there is no action performed from user, it should display for the last 5 minutes user hasn't done anything with the page. That display we should show for the user. User is idle for so much amount of time. For 5 minutes the user was not doing anything. Like that you should display. So using date object we can do such things. We can use date object with help of that, you can do it. Okay. So here it is what exactly? Here we have like this. Method one is, function one is show user presence in minutes, other one is show digital clock. We have written these two. So here in the show user presence in minutes we are not using any date object. Okay, we are not using any date object, but here we created my presence variable. It's a function variable or function object. What happens with this? We actually invoke this method once for every 60,000 milliseconds. That means what? once for every 1 minute we are going to be invoking it. So with that, exactly for how many minutes the user was working with the page, you can identify. You can identify with the help of that. So here we have written two different functions using here the interval. Set interval is a predefined function. With the help of that, we can invoke a method, at regular intervals. Once for every 1000 milliseconds, we make actually working this digital clock. This is going to be ticking time. So here this is something like actually timer. What you do exactly, you are making the timer ticking. So for 1000 milliseconds, the function is going to be firing. Here for 60,000 seconds, the function is going to be firing. So like this here, what happens? The functions are going to be working. One is show digital clock, other one is show user presence in minutes. These are going to be working that way. We have here two different functions. One is what? Show digital clock, other one is show user presence in minutes. These two are the functions they are firing. And here we use set interval to create here a function object. We created a function object called my timer and my presence. Okay, so like this we have written two functions. In this we used the date object. Now let us look into a string object. Using string object we perform certain other operations. We try to perform some other operations with the string. Now here let me create one more page for that purpose. I click on this, then here let me add a new HTML page. I put this as string manipulation. I make this as here string manipulation. So I want to manipulate the string in this. Here title is what? String manipulation. This is the name of the page, we put like this. And here within the body, suppose I enter some string. With string I can be performing different operations. I use actually here, I use actually here a text area. Other one is going to be here something like some text box we use. With the help of that we try to manipulate the strings. But before that, what string object is offering us, let us see. Okay. See, string is array of characters. A string is nothing but array of characters. So whatever characters we try to assign to string should be kept in the either in single quotes or in double quotes. You can use either single quotes or you can use double quotes. Both of them are going to be same. Okay. So string is nothing but group of characters or array of characters. You can assign to the string. Okay. So string is what exactly? Group of characters. But you need to display those characters in double quotes. We need to display that in the double quotes. You have to use double quotes. In the double quotes we need to display it. Now very first thing what I do, I just try to here, I try to create here a string. Then what is the length of it, I want to find out. Similarly here okay, I can convert into uppercase, I can convert into lowercase. Similarly I can be splitting string. All such things I can do with the help of the string here. Okay, strings can be formed with the help of the primitive values or even they can be objects. Okay, we can create objects also. But whenever you create actually strings using new keyword, they become very slow, because whatever object you create using new keyword, this makes actually the execution very slow. But if you want to create string object using new keyword, you can create. But if you use new keyword, it is going to be slowing down. Okay, so here let us try to work on the string first of all. Let us create string objects. Then after that, try to use string methods also. We have different methods as well as string functions and different properties. Okay, whenever you talk about string, for example, you come to this, here use script tag. Script we put like this. Then here inside this I put like string. Okay, I can use actually string then dot. In such cases I can get different methods here. So this is basically a class without creating object I use. These are all nothing but helper methods. These are going to be helper methods. Okay, we can create a string from character code. Similarly, we can find out length. We can actually convert into local string. We can convert the value of. You can convert the given string into a number also here. So like this, we can use actually the string helper methods. We can use here helper methods. Similarly, if you write here where str equal to, you can put some string and a string. Like this you can put. Now write str dot. Now in such cases you get different methods here. You are going to get different methods now in such cases. You can see you are getting here different methods. These are going to be different methods we have with the string. We can trim, we can convert into uppercase, we can convert to lowercase. Okay, similarly we can go with superstring. Similarly we can replace the given string elements. So all these you can use with the string object. I created here a string primitive data. This is primitive variable. This is, it's not object. You can create an object also like this where str1 equal to write this new string. You can use here a new string. With that you can create here a string object and a string. Again we create here. Like this it can be created. You can create a string object or it can be a primitive data. You can have both. So different methods you can use with the string are, first is length. You can find out the length of the given string. Similarly we have here, suppose you have a character where exactly the character or string is getting repeated in the given main string. You have a main string and you have a search string. So search string you would like to search in the main string. So where exactly in the main string the string is getting here appearing, you can use with the help of the index of operator. Okay, index of operator starts with a given position. Normally from beginning you can put it, or else you can put some other area. So from beginning of string you start searching for it. Okay, so with the help of last index of, you can find out where exactly in the given string last time the substring is appearing. Like that you can have index of operator, and one more thing is last index of operator also we have in that. Similarly, we have actually search. We can search. Okay, we can search here for the specified value in the given string. With the help of the substring function, you can be retrieving part of the string. You can actually retrieve part of the string with the help of the substring or slice function, or it can be substr. Okay, so we have actually slice, then substr, and one more thing is substring. Similarly, we have other methods also like uppercase and lowercase. You can convert into lowercase, you can convert into uppercase also. We have those functions also available. You can use them, those also. Sometimes what happens, we need to add two strings. For that purpose, you can have concat. Okay, using a function called as caret, you can find out the character available in the given position. Okay, the given position, what exactly the character, what character it is, you can identify. Okay, similarly, we use actually char coded. In the given string, what is the character code? We know the character codes. We talked about ASCII characters. 0 to 31, they are called as control characters. Then here 31 to 127, basic character set of ASCII. Then 128 to 255 is going to be extended character set. So printable characters are from 32 to 127, basic character set. In that, we have digits from 0 to 9, then uppercase alphabet A to Z and lowercase alphabet A to Z. They look like actually symbols for us, but internally they are in the form of numbers. So those numbers actually start with the 48 to 57, that range is for digits 0 to 9. Okay. Similarly, uppercase alphabets A to Z, 65 to 90, lowercase alphabets 97 to 122. So like that, we have actually character codes. You have actually character codes like that. We have a character codes from 65 to 90, then 97 to 122 and 48 to 57. So 48 to 57 are meant for digits 0 to 9, then 65 to 90 for uppercase alphabets, 97 to 122 is for lowercase alphabet. So that way we have it. Okay. So using char coded, you can find out actually character code of it. Character code of it we find out. Now for example, I want to do something this way here. Okay, I use a button. I just show you here one example. This is anchor tag. Here it is ID equal to my anchor, that is. Then here href equal to hash we put. Then here click on this. Okay, get the character code of A. Get the character code of A here. What we do here, on click I write here. On click equal to, here inside this try to write. So alert I use here, followed by I would like to specify here, like here I am going to make a string this way. Apple I put dot, try to use char code at 0. I want to show something like this. Apple, okay, char code at. It should be displaying the character code for that. If everything is fine, it should display. Just try to show this in the browser. It says 65, you can see the value. We are getting this as here 65. Similarly, suppose you want to get the character code of E that is Apple, A-P-P-L-E. E position is how much here for us? 5, but it should be here 4. It should display E value. A is 97 lowercase, B is going to be 98, C is going to be 99, then D is going to be 100 and E is going to be 101. Like that we should get here 101 the value, because this is a lowercase alphabet E is. Now what happens, see in this. When you click on this here, it should display 101 for us. 101 is showing for us. So this is what inline function. Inside on click actually I have written this function. Instead of writing somewhere with the script tag, a function defining there and invoking it, here itself straight away I am calling this. So Apple is what here, this is a string constant. Apple dot char code at 4, it's going to give you the character in the fourth position. starting with the very first one is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Fourth character is E. So E is going to be displayed in the numeric format. That is going to be here 101. We are getting this as here 101. So 101 will be getting displayed here. So this is exactly about string manipulation. So from ARFIL we are extracting E, convert into character code and showing. Okay, char coded is going to show you in the given position what character code it is. Suppose you have a digit 0, it's going to show 48. ARFIL 0 I put here, followed by I want to put here 5, therefore it should say this time 48. Save it, then run. So when we click on this, it's going to display 48 for us. Like this is going to be used. So this is today's session. We continue tomorrow.